Firstly, tell us to what extent are NGOs involved in government planning processes as far as policy crafting is concerned?
There are basically three areas. One is complementing government services where government services lacks or public services lacks. They provide a service where there is no access, they provide that kind of access. Another area is policy advocacy, influencing public policy formulation. In some areas, they even provide some technical assistance, research capacity, and so on to government. So on a daily basis, where there are opportunities, we try to influence this at all levels of government. For example, in the education sector, in the community-based natural resource management programs, and in poverty eradication, we've also been involved. In some sectors, it's a bit slow, it's a bit still close up, but there are opportunities for us to influence government processes.
Mm-hmm. As the name suggests, civil society is obviously linked to the people on the ground who unfortunately are sometimes pushed aside when policies are crafted. What are the people on the ground saying particularly on the issue of land redistribution?
We conducted consultations in almost every region of the country. In some regions we could go to small villages, and others we could only have one meeting in the regional capitals. People are basically disappointed by the progress we've made so far. Mm-hmm. Redistribution has been a major disappointment. Illegal fencing in communal areas is a big issue. The elite, the well-established, are fencing off common resources. The urban land issues, we consider it to be major concern. We were told through our sort of information gathering that almost half our population lives in shacks. We're told there's more than 220,000 shacks in Namibia that house probably around 900,000 people. So for us, this is very urgent and needs to be addressed. Other issues are around secured ownership of resources. People are not really having title to ownership, even if they have access to use land and so on. So we are bringing some of these issues to the agenda of the conference and hope that it will be properly addressed.
Mm-hmm. And our neighboring South Africa, obviously the hot topic there is land expropriation without compensation. And if you look at social media in Namibia, people have also been kind of hinting and saying, well, this is maybe an idea that can also be entertained in our country. What's the civil society's stance on that?
Massive expropriation of land needs to take place in order to bring justice in this country. We cannot allow a situation where a few people from one race continues to benefit from the natural resources whilst the majority of the population lives in abject poverty. It's just unsustainable, it's unacceptable, and we hope that this conference will come up with very practical resolutions to resolve this issue.
Lastly, NGOs, have they been invited to the upcoming land conference? And if so, will they also be given an opportunity to address the gathering?
We have our own ideas in terms of what we would like to be discussed with the list as it is very much underrepresenting some sectors. It's very much official government representation that is dominating the conference, and we think that there needs to be a balance. There are key sectors that are excluded to make inputs on the program. The youth, the churches, other key stakeholders like the shack dwellers, urban poor, and so on. So there would be, at the next meeting of the high-level committee, we will bring these suggestions and see how the high-level committee will respond to those.